This time last year, there were hopes medical cannabis production and distribution offices would already be open around Georgia, including one on the Central State Hospital grounds in Milledgeville.
Since then, the complaints about the selection process and legal threats to the state threw off the whole schedule. Jessica Cha explains where we stand now.
Well, we're obviously disappointed that this delay is costing jobs and earnings not made this year.
Central State Hospital Redevelopment Authority Director Walter Reynolds says they sold a 100,000 square foot building on their property. One of the licensees for a new medical cannabis processing plant planned to set up there, bringing over 100 jobs. Now they're in limbo.
Say that licenses were approved tomorrow. I estimate it would probably take no less than 6 to 8 months for them to turn around the facility and make it ready for production.
Reynolds says it's just a waiting game now.
Extensive capital has been invested and probably expended to some degree on the potential project, and I'm sure that they're just as eager as the rest of us for this to come to fruition.
Still no indication at this point that that we're going to have the licenses issued and granted anytime in the near future, unfortunately.
Former Republican State Representative Alan Peake says lawsuits are the main problem. The state gave out only 6 permits for medical cannabis processors last year. Some who got left out sued, complaining about fairness and transparency.
We hadn't even gotten to step 1 yet of granting the licenses. And so that's what's really been painful to watch through this entire process.
Peake fought for the legalization of medical marijuana since 2015. He says delays cause suffering.
Whether it's the grandfather with Alzheimer's or the soccer mom with breast cancer, while it's frustrating for me as an advocate, it's even more frustrating for the Georgia citizens who continue to have to live with pain on a daily basis and don't have the opportunity to improve their quality of life.
In Milledgeville, Jessica Cha, 13 WMAZ News.
Alan Peake says Governor Kemp put a new person in charge of the board over the process.
He also budgeted $150,000 to speed up the court hearings, but for now, everything remains on hold.